Hey you guys, we are back to do the review on Put a Ring on It. This right here was a whole mess and a half. So let's get into it.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka Dub. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
And this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews, and tonight, we're gonna be talking about Put a Ring on It. And I don't know, some of them might not be putting no ring on it where they've been acting, but
maybe a toe ring, but not no rear ring. So yeah.
Toe ring. I never heard of a toe ring.
You never heard of a toe ring? Sound like you used to wear them. But anyway. All right, so if you're brand new to this channel, you hadn't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to this amazing channel. You're gonna like it or you may not like it. So if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow, because hey, sometimes people don't like it, but they like to watch it because they don't like us, so they want to come in the comments and say they don't like us. So, but yeah, anyway, it's still a view, okay?
Yeah, this is not an airport, so you don't have to announce your departure when you leave the channel. You know what I'm saying?
Baby. Just fly on out.
And make sure you fly on Spirit.
All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. Let's get it started. Hey. Hey, let's get it started.
That's the only dance I know how to do.
Yes, and that's what the duck. What is that?
I don't know.
I thought it was humping your shoulder like that.
Oh,
all right, so let's breathe. Because Darian. So anyway, he went to get Alexa. So you can talk about that part, because I kind of came in like right when he was. So he went to get her from.
Yeah, she walked out. Last episode, she walked out to the car, so he went behind her, hey, screaming out loud, still bringing the property value down. Cause people like, well, who all that noise going on, all that commotion going on next door?
It is in the neighborhood,
and a good neighborhood too. But anywho, so he went up to the truck and she was about to leave. He said, why are you leaving? She said, because all you do is talk about that girl Kai. You disrespect me, yada 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 yada. And he said, well, I talk about her because she understand me. He kept on bragging about Kai to her. And I'm saying, man, why is he doing this, man? You don't brag about another woman to your woman. So I guess she calmed down, came back inside and sat back down to continue on with the session.
So Alexa said, Dr. Nicole asked her how did she feel. Alexa said, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Dr. Nicole said that one thing you have to understand is that everybody got a choice. They have choices, and you got to let him make his choice, and whatever his choice look like. So she said they have to choose. So yeah, and good or bad or indifferent, whatever, is his choice. It's his choice to make. So if he continue to go with that girl, then of course their relationship gonna be on the rocks.
Oh yeah, because that's what he chose to do.
But like Alexa said, Alexia, because y'all corrected us, because it's Alexia. Yeah, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call her what Ashley called her Lex. So we're gonna call her Lex and keep her move. I don't have time to pronunciate every syllable, every letter. Okay.
The principal and the school teacher gonna be in the comments.
And the dean, honey.
Yeah, it's Alexia. IA at the end of that. We get it. Yep. We get it.
Y'all be breaking it down, trying to help us with these names.
Yeah.
So like she said on the video, she said it helped her to see exactly
who he is. Right.
So that's what it's doing.
And that's the part of the process.
Yeah,
you can see who your spouse or your mate is now. You can see their true colors. You see how they operate under pressure. You see how Dragon said, how you operate in the hot water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you see, this guy had this in him all the time. He just had to be in the position so that stuff can come out of him, and that's what this process is all about.
So Dr. Nicole said they are halfway through the process. So now let's move on to the next scene, where is Sean and LaRonda. So they are talking in the car and they are headed back to wherever they're going. So they have a conversation and they're talking about, LaRonda was talking about, this third day with Brittany don't make her feel so good. And we didn't know this, but she revealed that on her confessional that Sean was unfaithful in his previous relationship. So, there's a little, she a little afraid. And we find out that he ain't been faithful in no relationship but her. Gee, man. Wow. Go ahead, baby.
Thank you very much. Yeah, what I want to say about this scene, you're right, I'm not mansplaining, I'm just kind of reiterating what she was saying. Yes, you can still see LaRonda has some trust issues with Sean because of his cheating back in the day. And I'm thinking, if you don't trust this man, why are you with him? You know what I'm saying? Are you with him because he's down and out right now? He can kind of latch on to you, and that's some kind of way of controlling him because he's not working right now, and you bring in the money, you bring in the resources. So in a way, it's kind of sort of like a little bit of controlling, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
If that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm just saying because if you don't trust me, would you be with me?
Well, maybe she think that she just so special that he wouldn't cheat on her. Like,
if that's the case, why get upset then? Mm-hmm. Why get upset if you're so special that you feel like he's not going to cheat on you? You should have all the confidence in the world that he's not going to cheat on you if you feel like you're that special.
Yeah.
So
her whole vibe changed this episode. So let's move on to Darian and Lex. Mm-hmm. They are in the kitchen and having a conversation. So Darian come in. He said, I want to first apologize.
Can I say something like this?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and say what you're about to say now. I just want to kind of pile on top of that. Go ahead.
He said he want to first apologize for saying when Dr. Nicole asked, did he want to, could he see himself in a relationship with Kai? He said he apologized for saying
too giddy about it.
What to do what?
He was too giddy about it. He was over excited about it. Like yeah. But he was saying that the reason why he said it, he wanted to be honest.
Yeah, that was his truth.
Yeah, that was his truth, and he was. And my problem with the apology was the only way he was going to apologize if Lex. Oh, I got it right. Lex going to apologize. So they're going to apologize together. Never heard of that before. That didn't make no sense to me. All I'm saying, being a man, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Apologize and move on. And hopefully she'll accept your apology. Now, if you wait for an apology from her, give her time. Let her apologize on her own time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't give her a time frame. Don't give her, you need to apologize when I apologize. That tick for tat. It's not going to work.
And what would she be apologizing for?
Right, I don't know.
When he said that, why?
Because she walked out, probably. Because she walked out the session. Made him look bad.
Move your feet, Eric. Eric, move your feet. That should be on the t-shirt.
Move your feet.
Move your feet.
Yeah, that's a good t-shirt.
Because that means
you
walking out.
These boots are made for walking, and walking is what they do.
But she got mad at him. Well, basically she said you can't get mad at me for how I feel. You can't get mad at me for, the way I feel. So the whole point of this part of the conversation was so unnecessary. Darian is a gaslighter. He seems to be a narcissist. He seems to be not in tune with life. Like, on reality, how does life go in a relationship? Dude act like he just started this relationship and he don't know what to do.
Well, I don't blame Darian for all of it. Because apparently they've been dating for 14 years. It's been going on for a long period of time. And Lex allowed this to go on like it is now. So she is part of the blame. I know y'all gonna come after me, but a woman, if she's not happy, she has to put her foot down. and said enough is enough. But you kept giving this guy some more rope, and he just kept pushing the limits. And now you're in a position now that, you know, you're miserable, you're unhappy, you don't trust him, and the relationship's not working. So that's why I think he wants Kai, to be honest with you, because he feels like, okay, I can have Kai, I have Alexa here, because Alexa always gonna take me back if I screw up.
Yeah. And to say this part, he was like, okay, I play the bad guy, I be that bad role, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I mean, stop. Just stop.
Well, like I said, Alexia.
Just say Lex.
I can't say Lex.
Why?
I don't know. It don't feel right. Alexia, you know, like I said, you know, she has to understand you're getting up in age now. You cannot be wasting time on somebody that's not going to invest in your time. Yep. So she has to move on, in my opinion. So
she moved on. Well, she didn't move on, but her date was was it Montel? Monty. You know, he's 35 years old. He's a consultant.
You gonna the flashback Montel Williams show.
Oh, Montel, this is how we do it.
His name was Montel.
This is how we do it.
His name wasn't Montel.
Montel.
No, it wasn't.
What it was?
It wasn't.
What it was? You forgot.
Yeah, I know what it was.
What is?
Morgan.
Oh my gosh, you're so wrong! You're so wrong!
I know. It's Montel Jordan. Morgan Jordan, yeah, like Morgan Freeman.
Did you really think it's
No, I knew it was Montel. I knew it.
Anyway, so yeah, he set up a date for them to be on the
b-ball court.
Yeah, at basketball and to, you know, dinner all on the court and stuff, which was nice. I thought it was nice. I don't know if that was his idea by himself, but yeah, she thought it was nice.
But that was Alexia element, though.
Yeah.
She was comfortable with it, you know, and that's what she likes to do.
Yeah. So he started sharing a little information about him. He got a divorce. He's been divorced, and she was asking the question. Oh, he volunteered the information as far as, you know, he don't want to have any more kids without being in a serious, committed relationship. That was an aha for her. She was like, okay.
Oh, yeah, but he didn't say marriage, though. He said serious relationship. Y'all could be girlfriend and boyfriend getting locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Another 14
yeah,
years.
Man. Then you got to pay that child support. Then if she take half your money, you got to pay all the child support. Then, you know, it's going to stress you out. Then when you 35, child support 19 years old. So you be like 55 years old almost paying child support.
I'm getting sleepy. So Alexia said that she did like him. So yeah, she was feeling him. You know, they were playing a little b-ball, and I guess she won. You know, but
she got skills. She still got skills.
Yeah. So yeah, she was in her element, and so yeah, she seemed like it. But the guy asked, you know, so what about you and your relationship? I don't want to talk about him. Let's not talk about it. She didn't want to side with the move. She didn't want to talk about that.
I had a problem with that.
She just want to enjoy her date. Why?
I had a problem because if you owe somebody and they bring that person up, that person's name shouldn't affect you at all. And I know she still love. I know she ain't over. Yeah, I know that, but you know, she gonna have to understand. She gonna have to get over that and get past that, and hopefully she can put
get over and past what?
Darian.
What? They still together.
I know, but
what she got to get?
It
take time. They was together 14 years. That's a whole child.
She was with him for 14 years. He wasn't with her for 14 years. I tell you that.
He was in and off.
Yeah.
Off and on.
So yeah, she gonna have to live her life. That's all I'm saying. Live your best life, sweetie. Live it.
But she keeps saying she working on herself. Like when guys ask, she always say, you know, she by herself. But if you go to her Instagram, her and Ashley from the first season put a ring on her, they living their best life. So
you live your best life.
I don't see Darren nowhere on her Instagram.
And that's all. When I said she needs to get over it, that's what I mean. Go out there, live your best life. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have one life, but live it to the fullest, and you can't be just stuck in the same position all the time, dealing with somebody that's not going to love you back.
All right, so let's move on to Sean and Jessica date. They go to a tequila shop. I think that's what it was called. I never heard of nothing like that. So Sean is in luxury real estate.
I mean, he sells big houses, I guess.
What you had the definition? I thought, that's what it meant.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Luxury houses. That's what I'm thinking.
You said luxury real estate.
Well, did it matter?
Yeah, we in Alabama. On the luxury we had in the trailer park.
Stop lying. He said that she asked him as far as the dating and stuff. He was like, well, in Atlanta, a lot of ladies don't have a lot of personality. And, she was like, kind of like me, bubbly. He said in Atlanta, a lot of ladies he meet don't have, personality.
I disagree with that, but okay.
You don't went to Atlanta and dating people?
No, I know people in Atlanta, and they do have personalities. It might not be for him, but
he said the ladies.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know the ladies around his age group that's in his circle.
Back in the day.
His neighborhood.
That was back in the day.
Okay, then them women is probably older retired.
I'm assuming them older women had daughters that got the same personality from their mama.
That's this man personality. Why is you into? That's what he feel. Okay, and he probably just really and truly just see that girl in that whole bodysuit, and she wants somebody to say, "Ooh, look at my brains," when all she do is show all her body, her curves and stuff like that. I ain't hating on her. She got it, flaunt it, but I'm just saying, if you trying to change the narrative and you want somebody to get you up here, stop showing them all of that, because then that's all they looking at.
See, that's wrong. Because you can say that about her, but if I said it, you would hit me across the head with this thing right there.
What?
If I said, and she put all that on so people can look at, I can't say that about her.
I mean, but why would you? I mean, I don't have a problem with you saying that, because you're speaking from a man's perspective. But I seen on this episode, it seemed like this man, like you said, he was saying all the things that she wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? He was saying all, and she, of course, going on another date, but he is saying all the stuff that she wanted to hear. He got 2 kids. I got 2 kids. Oh, and we didn't even know she had kids.
Well, all I know is this. Being a man, being out there back in the day, if a woman asks you a question and the percentage of that question, of that answer is going to be something she likes to hear, that's the answer you give her. You know what I'm saying? If she asks you, do you want to be married when you have kids? You say yes, because that's what she wants to hear. I'm not going to sit here, I haven't seen a man say, no, I don't want to be married and have kids. I just want to have kids with a nitty. They're going to turn a woman off, and men know that. So they're going to tell a woman they want to hear, yeah, I want to be married. No, dang on well, he don't care about that. But he going to say that because that's what she wants to hear.
He's just trying to hit it.
He what?
Trying to hit it.
Hit what?
Her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to act like you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, you acting old. Oh, you acting old. 77 years old. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hit it.
Anyway.
Who said hit it anymore anyway?
In my age group, honey.
Yeah, I thought they said, you don't know. Smashing. That's what I heard. Yeah, smashing. Smashing. That's the word I'm looking for.
So Darian comes to see Dr. Nicole by himself. This part, I ain't never seen them come to the house, you know what I'm saying, to visit Dr. Nicole by himself.
He needs some help, boy.
But he a special breed. He's just a special breed.
He said, I got 911, Dr. Nicole. I need your help. He wants
to know how to get through to Lex. Like, she pretty much got this hard exterior, and he trying to see how to get to her.
Well, they've been together 14 years, and I'm thinking he haven't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? How to get to her or get through to her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm thinking maybe she didn't have that hard exterior at first.
I was finna say that.
And he kept doing his stuff on the side, and then she decided to put that hard exterior. But my question is, if she had to put that hard exterior up, why still deal with it? Why not you say, you know what, I had enough and move on? Mm-hmm. But y'all women something else.
No comment. Okay. So Dr. Nicole said you want her to be connected to you without, having that engagement like you. And basically he want her to be more connected, and he was like, yeah. Man, he had so many facial expressions tonight. Like, I couldn't even do them all. Like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, do it, baby. rubbing the head, doing all that, looking up in the air, just doing so much.
Who do you think I am? Some 2-trick pony I can do tricks for you anytime you want me to.
You got $1 for you. So anyway, so Dr. Nicole said you have to be honest with trying to in order for you to help bring down the barriers, you have to be honest with her. So yeah,
well, she can hang. She might pull up Fort Knox then, cause I don't see Darian being honest with her no time soon. I don't think he was honest with her at the end of the episode. To be honest with you.
To be honest with you, he wasn't honest. To be honest with you, okay.
I'm saying be honest with you.
I know.
I'm saying he wasn't being honest.
Right.
To be honest, I'm being honest with you.
Ain't you always honest with me?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to say that. So Sean and Brittany. So Sean and Brittany are going out on their date. So, they having, conversation and everything. So Brittany wipes. Sean, yeah, right up in there. That seems very intimate. You're in his personal person.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to say that wasn't intimate, but it was for a person to wipe something off your mouth. Yeah.
It can be a little, sensual if you want to be honest.
Or it could be something like a motherly love. You know how mom, you just hold your face like that.
Did you lick your feet? Did you lick your?
I did that.
You put that spit on my face.
No, I didn't.
Babe, I felt wet. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's nasty. You did that.
I didn't try to. Okay, we even now. You're real slow.
Anyway, so Dr. Nicole made me miss it. We on Brittany. So Brittany asked the question, will we go on a third date? Sean said, this right here is scary for him. He said out of 33 years that he done been alive, so I guess he's 33, and I guess, since he been pushed out the womb, he ain't never been faithful. I guess at 9 months he was cheating.
Hey, I've seen it. I've seen little babies flirt one another. I've seen it, man.
Do they ever commit a girlfriend?
I don't know, man, because sometimes you pull them apart, they start crying. I've seen it.
So he said LaRonda was the first person that he been faithful to, that he ain't been playing around with.
Yeah, that dude, it's an old saying I used to say. A cheater don't like being cheated on. They don't, because they feel like since they did it, that you're going to do it. And they're going to cause that cheater to have insecurity about himself in the relationship. And that's why I think what he's going through. He cheated so much. So when LaRonda goes out, he thinking she's going to do the same thing he used to do. And that's why he freaks out like that. Because, a cheater hates being cheated on. A cheater knows a cheater.
You said, and then I wrote down, your analogy about going to the store. But I guess you kind of put that in.
Yeah. Baby, I'm going to go to the store before I come home. I might be home like 30, 40 minutes later. Now, a cheater gonna think, okay, back in the day, I used to use the same line, but I used to go to this person's house, act like I'm going to the store before I came home. She doing the same thing I used to do.
Because that's what you used to think.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You used to think that?
What, you?
No, not about me. I'm just saying in your past.
Back in the day. Yeah, because I knew what I used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody call you and it's no number, no name on the number, or Pizza Hut calling you. I said, what the heck Pizza Hut calling you for? You know what I'm saying? But what they did, they got somebody, so I used to do all of that crazy stuff. I would have a phone and drive down the car, and the phone ring. I look at the phone and somebody else, and the person I'm with want to look at my phone, but before I get for my phone, I roll the window down and throw the phone out the car. I did that before too.
You did that?
Yeah, I threw a whole phone at the car. I said I'd rather throw that phone at the car before I let you look at that phone.
Well, then that's guilty. All right.
I know, so I panicked.
Anyway. One thing that Brittany said, what did Sean say?
What?
Sean said something, and he said, "That's what I love about you." What was it that he said?
I think they like the same things, and he said that's why.
It's like they thinking the same. They got the same.
Yeah, I think she finished his sentence or something.
She says they both had something in common. I forgot what it was. I'm sure y'all.
I know the green tea they had in common. Yeah,
I'm sure y'all will tell us. But he said, "That's what I love about you," and she's like,
"That's what I like about you."
And then he kind
no. He said she said I like you or something like that.
Yeah.
He said I didn't say I like you. Then I think she came back and said, "Do you like me?" or something like that. And he paused for a minute.
What I really like, it was cute.
Yeah,
it wasn't like hard cat as I'm coming for you. No, it was real soft and subtle and flirting and stuff like that. It wasn't. She really and truly, she was feeling him.
Yeah,
they both was feeling each other.
Brittany. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brittany. She has a way with words. Okay, she does. And I know Sean picked up on that, and he was basically like putty in her hands.
Yep.
So he had to reel himself out of there real quick because he said, "Man, I'm catching feelings, man." So I had to dip, man. And the reason why he didn't want that date with her, thought he still don't trust himself. Sean do not trust himself still, and that's a problem.
And I mean, he was smiling at the guy. I mean, man,
he don't trust him.
Look, LaRonda who? That's what he finna say.
You're right.
LaRonda who? So when he with Brittany, baby, it's like music
on cloud nine, little angels on their wings playing the violin.
To tell somebody that's what I love about you, I'm like, dude, how many dates? Y'all just went on a few dates. You already love it?
I think what it is with Sean, he cheated so much back in the day. That old feeling of cheating coming back. That old feeling of being out there, being single again came back. And it's like the newness of it made him more excited. And I think that's the reason why he had to kind of pull back from that situation. So
Dr. Nicole is visiting Eric and Jessica. Now, Dr. Nicole, they had her on a slow walk too.
I said, what? I said they gave her a slow motion walk. I said, all right, Dr. Nicole. You know you short. With
all that hair. So Dr. Nicole was talking to them about trust. You know, they don't seem to have a lot of trust in their relationship.
I think it's more than just that, to be honest with you. Go ahead.
You gonna share?
Yeah, I think Eric has some resentment.
Resentment?
Yeah, he has a resentment against her when he was down on his luck. And
the way he looked at her, honey.
Yeah, he has some resentment, big time. So it's more than just trust issue, in my opinion.
Go ahead and share it, honey.
No, what I'm saying, I think he retired from football and he was down and out. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get back in the league, but he couldn't get back in the league. So I guess that pressure of being out of football, not doing what you want to do, or doing what you love to do, made him upset. So now he did take it out on Jessica.
She felt like it.
Yeah, she felt like it. So they separated. But he said, what, within a week?
Yeah.
Within a week?
I thought it was a day.
Was it a day? I thought it was a week.
She didn't waste no time.
But anyway, it was real soon after she hooked up with one of his football player friends. And like he said, which I agree with him being a dude, that she had to be talking to this dude for a while for her to hook up this guy so soon after they separated. So I think that's why I said it's some resentment.
And she said that she was talking to him. She never saw him in person, but she was communicating with him on social media and stuff.
When? Now?
When he said he felt like that they was hooking, that they had to be, it was so quick. She said they communicated on social media, but she never saw him until they got together.
Okay. When they separated,
so it wasn't like, hey, right. I know you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They didn't just.
But regardless of the point,
they had conversations.
When you flirt and communicate like that, that's a start of the cheating process, in my opinion. And that's what she was doing. And to do it, while the dude down and out, man. And
he said, I leave football and then you hop on another man.
Yeah, so, she a clout chaser. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Well, she said that, the way he acted, she didn't feel loved, He was upset about football and stuff, and he was taking it out on her. So, yeah, it kind of pushed her away.
But like Dr. Nicole said, did you ask him what was going
Right,
on? She
right.
never did.
Right.
I can't read your mind now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And yeah, like he said, he had resentment because he was like, you still was FaceTiming dude. You know
After they got back together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sound like what he sounded like to me, it was kind of recent too.
And so he was like, you know.
Then she said, well, he got his number changed. I didn't know who number that was. You still answer it?
I don't even finna answer no FaceTime.
And you still gonna answer it? Come on, man.
No FaceTime.
Come on, dude. And the way she be testing these other guys, dude, I don't know, Eric. You know, I thought you was the person to watch out for. It might be her.
Yeah. Might be, because she said that, you know, I think Dr. Nicole said, are you still talking to the dude on IG or whatever? She was like, no, we kind of communicate, but no, he want to talk to me, but I don't, I ignore him. I don't, you know.
And my thing is, I'm going to ask you this question. When is the right, what was the right time for a man to intervene in a situation like that? Like, if somebody was trying to communicate with you and you keep telling that man no, when is the right time for me? I know for me how I would feel, but I'm asking you as a female.
You do, anyway.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, well, it just depends. Like, you know, for me, if I say, well, easily you can block somebody. So I don't know when you will have to intervene, because now they got block ministry, so you can block them. So I don't understand it. And I mean, you can block them on your phone, you can change your number. I don't understand, but
nah,
you know,
that's a good thing. I'm glad. Why she didn't change her number then?
Yeah.
He's changed his number and called her from an unknown number. She could easily remedy the problem by changing her number.
And the girl got 2 kids, 12 and 8. Like, you cannot be around here doing that old. Yeah. I mean, like, you can't still be living in that fantasy world of, hey, I'm gonna get a dude on my looks alone. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Wow. Anyway, so let's move on. Dr. Nicole was saying to them, you know, you can't straddle the fence. You can't straddle. The longer you straddle, the harder it is to build something.
Right,
you know, strong.
Right.
Okay, so now let's move on to Darren and Kai. Look like they all, you know, seem like they on a Love and Hip Hop show or something like that. They walking in all happy, got their little alcoholic drinks and stuff.
He had a little hoodie on. Oh, no, he ain't had a hoodie on. He had the glasses on.
They playing the little club music or whatever.
Like they going to the VIP section of the strip club.
Not the strip club.
Where the dollars at?
So Kai let it be known that, like, she coming for it. She, in her confession, she gunning. She's not.
She ain't half stepping.
She finna snatch him right on up. So Kai was like, you know, I like you. Period. And what Darren said.
How far does that light goes?
Yeah.
And when he said that, basically that gave Kai the go ahead to continue to pressure him. Because if Darren was so uncomfortable with this situation, he could have said, well, I understand you like me, but such and such and such and such with my girl. But he didn't do that. He basically invited her to come at him some more by saying that. So, you know, he tried to play, oh, I don't want it. But yeah, I do want it.
He liked the intention.
Yeah, well,
he loved the intention.
Yeah, but I still think he likes Kyle a lot too. He just don't want to admit it.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is he likes the attention she gives him.
Oh like, yeah.
Like he wanted me to send her to. He likes that attention. That's why he couldn't just cut off at, hey, you know, you like me. Oh, I like it, because he want to hear more about how much she want him and she like him and he a rapper.
And you know what? If that's the case, those times he's supposed to be at the condo, I know other women probably gave him that same type of attention.
Oh yeah,
so.
Was he really at
the condo?
He was at the condo.
Yeah, he was at the condo, but he wasn't making no music. Oh,
yeah,
yes, he was.
So, Kai said that she is still hoping, or she's trying to. She was telling him, "Why you holding on to something that you know that you need to let go?" Because he was saying he still love, you know.
Yeah, he still
Lex.
Lex. And she said, "What? You can love somebody from afar.
Distance." I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm saying, how cold-blooded this chick can be. She's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
And she
in my
said,
Rick James voice.
And she said that, you know, how are you going to be with somebody that don't respect you? So in my mind, I'm saying, what did you tell this woman off camera? Or what was edited that we didn't see? Because it's like you done just put Lex down as this woman that
I think what happened was when he first started talking to Kai in that scene, he said he was having some issues at home or something like that. And I think that's the reason why she said what she said about the disrespect.
Let me say you something. One thing about a man can play both parts. He will say stuff to you about his girl that he wants you to feel sorry for him and that he's in a bad relationship, she treat him wrong, she this, she that, and then come to you for you to give him sympathy. So I think that that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why
or what he did.
The reason why men do that because women buy it. Y'all want to feel like y'all want to save this guy. Y'all can do it better than his woman can do it. So that's why guys do it.
Well, she said she need the help. What was the question about the help?
Well, he said, I need help with my situation or something like that. No, he was saying something about his situation. And she said, well, you think I'm to help with somebody to help you out of your situation? Then that's when she stood up. Does this look like help?
Does this look like the help?
And I had to turn my eyes away again.
Why?
We'll see that.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, okay. The next time a little guy come on there and they go on them dates, I'm going to say, okay, I had to turn my eyes away and I'm going to be
You said that before.
When I said that?
Yeah, I've been seeing how when
I don't say nothing.
When what's his name? Joel, what baby? And talking about Courtney and your eyes kinda like, come on. Oh, you trip like that. Go ahead. Keep it going.
At the turn, you sitting looking the hell. Whatever. Anyway. So the couples are coming back in, and Sean was saying to Brittany, you know, the question, you know, as far as how's that date and how did everything go with that. And so, you know, he was explaining that, you know, Brittany had changed her plans. She actually changed her plans so she can go on that date with him. What you thought about that?
That's a commitment. If a woman or anybody
really like you,
change their plans, miss the bus just to go out with you, that's a commitment, man. She's going above and beyond for you. And that's why I think he felt guilty. He said, you know what? Yeah, she missed the bus. Maybe I need to drive down the floor to go. No, you wanted to go. So no, don't play this. Oh, I felt bad for it. No, man, you didn't feel bad.
LaRonda was like, for what? You always trying to help and save people and stuff like that. What you going down there for?
This episode, I saw a different side of LaRonda.
Yeah,
because she said her whole tone was different this episode.
Yeah, she wasn't happy. She looked mad the whole maybe she should have went on a date, but she looked mad the whole time.
I guess
not
what
one
it is.
Smile or nothing.
She stopped her date and he went on the other date. I guess.
Well, he been on a date 3 times with Brittany, so yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with it, I think.
And so let's go ahead and get to, because I'm not sure if she asked him later, but she asked would he go on another date, and he said no.
I said, what? He did it because he was scared of LaRonda. He kind of looked at LaRonda. LaRonda gave him that stern look. He said, no, I don't think I need to go.
He said because he don't want to build with her.
Deal with her.
Build. And I get that. You know, you're not trying to build a relationship with this other person. You know, so, but...
but I still don't buy that. It's 2 things. I think it's LaRonda. He knew she was upset. And 2, he's scared because he was feeling feelings for Brittany, okay? And he was trying to make sure he don't get in that situation for falling for her, so he had to pull himself out of that situation. So I don't think it has anything with him building something with Brittany. I just think he was afraid that the feelings are going to get too deep for him.
So let's move on to Alexa. The question was asked, how was her date? She said everything was good. You know, she enjoyed it. Darren's like, yeah, because she was, you know, she doing what she liked to do, playing basketball and popping bottles. I was like, golly, like that's a dude. But Dr. Nicole asked, was she going on another date? She was like, yeah. So at this moment, what I like about Lex is that she is now breaking free from just being Darian's girl, like all into him.
And Darian don't care about that. I really don't think he cares about it, because when Dr. Cole said, Darian, how you feel about Alexia going on a second date? Well, she needs to go through the process. Yeah, go ahead. If look to Darian, Alexia can go on 100 dates, as long as you can go out with Kai. That's all that matters.
But do you see his whole body language has changed, though?
Oh, it probably has, man. But I think the reason why it may have, and a little reason why, is because he doesn't have that safety blanket with Alexa again. Okay, because back in the day, he can go out and do all what he wanted to do. He can always come back home to Alexia. Now Alexia, like I said, breaking free. Now that safety net is starting to go away, and he's kind of nervous about that.
So let's move on to Jessica. Jessica said yes, she enjoyed her date, and that and Dr. Nicole asked, well, how do you feel, Eric, about it?
Eric said, yeah. Now Eric had to take a deep breath at first. Yeah. She needs to go through the process, She's in good hands. Yeah, she's in good hands. He was fuming, boy.
He looked mad.
He was upset, and knowing what I know what they went through back in the past, I can kind of see why he don't trust her now.
But Dr. Nicole was like, "Oh wow, that's like you making some strides. You're doing great, Eric." I don't buy it. And he's like,
I don't buy it.
And then he went back mad.
Yeah, I don't buy it. Eric was ticked off. You hear me? If I could put egg on his forehead, it'd probably fry that egg. That's how hot he was.
I think all the couples really and truly had some arguments the night before. Like, every last one of them. Because everybody had a little stiffness in their body.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody all, how Rhonda and Sean, they was all, nice and stuff like that. But, LaRonda, like I said, her whole tone, her whole attitude was like different. Because the beginning of the episodes of the show, of the season, she was like, to me, she seemed like she was real confident about herself. And this episode is like something happened and she lost that confidence. So let's talk about Darren. She said Darren for last, because we went through all of them, right? So Darren date. How was your day? He said, well, it was good and everything. She asked him, would he go on the second date? He was like, no, because...
second date?
Whatever.
Fifth date.
Fifth
date, yeah.
He said no because, she catching feelings. And, Darren said I had to cut it off. So, he was all stern and like he was mad. So,
That's why I took his toys away from him. And that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, that's why.
Dang, he took my toys away from me and I can't go nowhere now.
So, I think somehow Dr. Nicole asked the question, so he was saying that, he cut it off because Alexa, I ain't had nothing to do with that. You did that on your own.
Did it go down like that?
Yeah, it did. So, but she said that, Alexa, you cannot control. That sounds like a control tactic. So yeah, Alexa, I ain't had nothing to do with that. You did that on your own. So I guess, they went home, they had, arguments, stuff like that or whatever. So he cut it out because of her.
So the bottom line is this. He wanted it to. He wanted to go out again with Kai, but somehow, like you said, it was something that happened that night prior that, made him not go. I know why he didn't go, because of his old lady,
Oh, old lady.
I'm just saying. But she's going out on the second date, so.
Hey. Yeah, because now it's revenge tactics.
Oh, no, don't forget. Dr. Nicole said, what?
I ain't forget.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Dr. Nicole said, so this is what I'm going to do next week, y'all.
Y'all. I don't think she said y'all.
Yeah, okay. She probably didn't say y'all because she had better grammar than I do. Alexia and Darren, I want y'all to go on a date with one another. And Darren said, okay, we can do that. We can make that happen. And Alexia did her watch. I said, why is she looking at her watch like that for? It kind of threw me off, you know what I'm saying?
Dr. Nicole said, Alexia, you need to answer.
And she said, well, I don't think it's a good idea. I was surprised.
She said she don't want to go on a date with him.
I said, wow.
Yep.
I know, and Darian Head said, yes, good. I can go back out with Kai.
So yeah, this right here was, really a doozer. We got to see a lot of the couples under fire and intense situations, and we really got to see who they really and truly are. So yeah, we got to see more of the layers, behind their,
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I didn't think the couples I didn't think they had any depth to the couples this season.
Yeah.
At the beginning, but as the season went on, I said, okay, I actually started to think this season is becoming better than the last season. Because last season you only had really one couple. You know what I'm saying? That had some kind of depth to them.
Okay.
And this season, all three of them got something going on.
Right. And like Dr. Nicole was saying on Twitter Spaces and stuff, it's like each couple got some like past issues. It's like real couples. That's what she was saying. Like, these are real couples with real issues, and other people can find their situations in there. You may find, okay, this and this is part of me, but yeah, I can see all of this stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? With Eric and Jessica, and some cheating going on in there.
Some cheating.
With Darren being a narcissist and a gaslighter with Alexia, and she just being kind of passive. And he loves to say, "I'm glad to be with somebody with some female energy, some female energy, some female energy."
Yeah, to me, there's a little shade going on there.
Yeah, it's a lot, because you married a female. Again, she was in NBA, right? WNBA, and
she's been the only female in the NBA playing all the
and they do have a tomboyish type of vibe to them. Most of them do, which is why I did not want to play basketball. So I didn't want to be that lose that look. Yeah, but I would have sucked too on top of that. But anyway, so you do have this certain, like, I guess, a little masculinity about yourself. But and so he wants somebody to be fruitful. I don't know, but to me, I think that
why even be with her?
I think Alexi. I think that sometimes you get older, your desires and stuff change or whatever.
Man,
so
apparently his hasn't changed because he still want to be with Kai. Apparently.
Well, I'm talking about, he used to keep saying female energy. Femininity, excuse me, this femininity and stuff. So, I guess, with the purse and with, I don't know, but anyway. So, yeah, that's him. But, yeah, all the couples got something going on. And with Sean and LaRonda, yeah.
And since Sean was a cheater back in the day, LaRonda really don't trust him. I'm saying, if you don't trust the dude, why even be with the guy? You know his past. So I don't know. Maybe she think he's gonna change. Maybe he has. So.
Ooh, child, this was a lot. But anyway, so this video is long enough, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Like we said, every video, don't do what? Don't do what? Don't do what? Oh, no, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. We'll see you in the next video. Deuces.